diseases which are called as orphan diseases. Yes, you are understanding it right. These are rare diseases. And today I am going to give you some rare view about the rare diseases, and this rare view about the rare diseases will actually give you the solution to these diseases. I will not be talking a lot about the list of rare diseases, although I will be mentioning few diseases because the list is a huge list. If I just browsed on the net and try to find out how many rare diseases are there, I thought there may be few in number, but there are plenty. Means they are in hundreds and thousands. So if I just type A, there are number of diseases. So I'm not going to actually mention all the micro rare diseases, but I am going to give you the new perspective about this rare diseases. And let me challenge you. After going through this video till last, you are going to get solution for all these rare diseases. So get ready to get the rare view about the rare diseases, about these orphan diseases. Now you must have gone through the net and seen so many rare diseases, or you may yourself suffer from the rare diseases, or you may have some of your relatives suffering from a rare disease. And then you must be curious how this happened, why this happened, and the most important curiosity, is there any solution? Is there a treatment? Let me give you the answer to the last question, the first. Is there a solution? Is there a treatment? Yes, there is a treatment and there is a solution. So now let us go and talk about some diseases which are absolutely rare diseases, but still I have personally gone through these diseases and treated them with unbelievable success. Yes, I'm talking of treating with unbelievable success. One of the most important character before starting with the diseases I would like to tell you is that the most important nature about rare diseases, one is that they are rare. Second is most of them are genetic based diseases. Most of them are genetic based diseases, and this is probably the most important thing to note in any rare disease. Let us talk about Behcet syndrome. Behcet syndrome, I'm not going to give you complete symptomatology. You can find it on net. I'm going to give you just an overview and the result. Behcet syndrome is a disease where there is severe joint pain, especially seen in young population. The patient I saw was a girl with the eruptions, the urticaria or angioedema-like symptoms all over the body, and with a high to moderate to high grade fever. Now this continued for long. After the episodes of all the antibodies, nothing was happening. Then she was diagnosed with Behcet syndrome and then was given steroids and the doses of steroids. And after this multiple doses of steroids, finally they landed to our center and we treated it completely differently. We treated it by genetically targeted medicine because all diseases are genetic. If you try to control these diseases, let me tell you, you are going to fail. If you just control, you are going to fail. What we do is not a control. We actually try a disease reversal treatment, and this is definitely possible. So we started treatment with a genetically targeted medicine, and finally, to make the long story short, today that girl stands completely cured. She is completely cured of Behcet syndrome. Another disease, retinitis pigmentosa. Now this is a disease where retina gets the pigment and the person gets blind. The most important nature again, it is a genetically determined disease, and the most important scope in this disease first is stopping the growth, stopping the progress, and some amount of reversal is also possible. Talking about cystic fibrosis, I recently posted a video on cystic fibrosis, a salty kiss disease. Now this salty kiss disease is just because of the lack of the thickening, the stringiness of the mucus or all the secretions of the body. Now especially I am talking of those secretions which arise from the mucous membrane or endothelium. Even the sweat becomes sticky, the respiratory discharges become sticky, the surfactant is lacking, and therefore due to stickiness in all the tubules and the bronchus and the bronchioles. There is a lot of respiratory distress and a lot of complication. For more details about cystic fibrosis, you can just go on my YouTube channel, type cystic fibrosis and Dr. Ravi Vairagade cystic fibrosis, and you will get a brand new view about cystic fibrosis and the results we have already got with cystic fibrosis. So there are a lot of diseases, and now I will mention just few names. Like it can be Usher syndrome, Raynaud's disease, Kawasaki disease, Stargardt syndrome, amyloidosis, Addison's disease, achondroplasia, Hirschsprung's disease, DMD, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. I have a lot of experience with DMD as well, and these patients actually needs a genetic-based treatment, which we do. Yes, at Advanced Health, we are known for treating incurable diseases. Most people know us as a specialist of incurable diseases, and all these rare diseases are actually the set of incurable diseases. So now you are listening to me, so let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Ravi Vairagade, genetic health transformation expert with an experience of 25 years in treating genetic, incurable, critical, and absolutely hopeless diseases. The diseases where everybody have lost hope. Now, as far as these diseases are concerned, they are all genetic, and we have devised the method where we give genetically targeted medicine first. Then we also have some rituals, therapies, techniques, and medicines for genetic reprogramming. We can reprogram your genetic expression. Now, this is the most important discovery for all the rare diseases. And if you are actually wondering, or maybe some skeptics will be observing this and they will be saying, this is not possible, and it is a bluff. It is not a bluff. If you want to study more details about it, go to epigenetics. And epigenetics tells that we can actually reprogram the genetic expression, or we can alter the genetic expressions without actually altering the structure of the genes. And let me tell you, this is very amazing, and this itself solves most of the problems of rare diseases. Few diseases to mention further is the Candle syndrome, and one of the very, very important diseases is the Lyme disease. Now, Lyme disease actually mentions on the top because it is not very rare, although it is not very common either. But in Lyme disease, there is an organism which is causing this Lyme disease. If you ask me, is it really true that that organism is causing a Lyme disease? I know whole of the Google and medical world says yes. I will beg to differ. My opinion is that no organism can affect the human being unless human being contains the tendency to get affected by it. Let me repeat it in different way. No organism, bacteria or virus can affect a human being unless human being has the lower state of immunity for that organism. Otherwise, where you are sitting, I am sitting, there are plenty of bacteria and viruses. Even right at this moment, there are at least million bacteria and viruses where I am sitting, where you are sitting. Why not we, you and me, are falling sick? Because although there are bacteria and viruses, but I do not have sensitivity to get affected by that. You are immune to these bacteria and viruses, and therefore you don't get these diseases. So if you are immune, you don't get diseases. That itself means organism is not important. What is more important is your inner system. If inner system gets stronger and stronger, and if we can trigger the inner immunity in a right way, let me tell you, all these rare diseases put together, they can be reversed and many can be cured. I remember one more disease here. A baby was born with the agenesis of genitalia. He was born with the agenesis of genitalia, and it was difficult to understand whether it's a boy or a girl. Now you will say, what can be done? It is a genetic deformity, right? We have all the documents of these documented reports and pics and everything we are having. This baby was told, the parents of this baby were told that he cannot be cured. There is no method to treat this particular kind of patient. They did all the scans and MRI scans and finally concluded that probably he is having a rare kind of a genesis, and he is a male probably because there was some shadow of a testis somewhere up towards the abdomen. We started treatment by a genetic reprogramming method and by genetically targeted medicine, and the results was amazing. Within 3 months, there was signs of his genitals development. After 6 months, his genitals were clearly a male genitalia. Now, after 1.5 to approximately 2 years, he is a complete, normally developing boy with a normal genitalia. So I can go on talking about many more diseases we have been dealing with. We have dealt with so many rare diseases, probably nobody else have dealt with. But we have dealt not by steroids, not for control, not for palliation. What we do is a reversal of disease. Yes, a step-by-step reversal of disease, and the reversal plus cure, both are possible. So guys, if you are having any kind of rare disease, don't feel disappointed. There is a hope, provided you are ready to try a rare treatment, a rare genetic-based treatment for all these rare diseases. If you have that capability, if you have the open-mindedness, and if you are welcome to new kind of treatment, let me tell you, this is a treatment with a proof of 250 years of the history. Yes, I'm talking about the genetically targeted homeopathic medicine, plus genetic reprogramming, plus mind reprogramming, plus dietetics nutrigenomics. By these kind of methods, we have been able to actually reprogram your genes and genetic expression and genetic structure, and the results are amazing. So if you are having, if you know anybody with a rare disease, please share this to as many people as possible. But rare diseases are rare, and you may be having your friend having a rare disease and you don't know. So please share this video to as many people as possible, to as many Facebook groups as possible, and as many YouTube channels as possible. You can also share this on WhatsApp and any channel you want, but please share this to as many groups so that some of them can note this. Yes, there is a treatment for my rare disease. He gets reassurance that I am not alone, and then he gets reassurance that there is a treatment. Let him try at least once the real genetic based treatment to cure his rare disease. So guys, if you are watching this video on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel to get more different unique videos about the genetically targeted treatment, and also hit the bell icon so that you get this brand new knowledge the first. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please follow to the Facebook page and share to as many people as possible. And a great thank you for watching this video. Thank you in advance for sharing this video. With this, I wish you best luck and the best results in your rare disease. Thank you and take care of your health. I will love to help you wherever, in whichever way I can. Thank you, my dear friends, and bye-bye. Take care. Stay healthy. Yeah.